AsSalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Inshallah, you all are doing well. Tonight is the 25th of the holy month of Ramadan. There's only 5 days remaining, so make sure in these last 5 days you're taking advantage of the benefit that we can possibly receive in this holy month. Like we've been saying since the first day, pray as much as you possibly can, read Quran as much as you possibly can, read dua as much as you possibly can. بعد في 5 أيام في هذه الشهر العظيمة جربوا صلوا قد ما فيكم، جربوا اقروا دعاء قد ما فيكم، جربوا اقروا القرآن قد ما فيكم. Maximize the benefit of this holy month so that inshallah next year the habits that you've built this year stay until next year. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين. صدق الله العلي العظيم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والسيد المرسلين حبيب إله العالمين أبا قاسم محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
I begin in the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful, the one who has created everything in utmost perfection. Assalamu alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A lot of people today ask, is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala arhamur rahimin? If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the most gracious and the most merciful, why does He punish us? If He is the most gracious, if He's like everybody says He is. Everybody always says Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the most merciful. Any sin that you do, and we know this is true, any sin that you do, ask for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's forgiveness. It does not matter how big this sin is. It does not matter how small the sin is. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if you have that commitment, if you have that pure commitment and you really want to be forgiven, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive you. Why does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala threaten us with the whole fire, that if we do bad in the dunya, we will be punished with the hellfire? Why does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala do this? My brothers and sisters, the reason Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala threatens us with the hellfire is the reason cops today use tickets. Is the reason why there's laws today. Let's say on a street today, let's say for example Michigan Avenue. If you speed on any street, what happens? There's going to be a cop waiting for you. And if you speed, what's going to happen? You're going to get a ticket. That cop is going to give you a ticket. Let's say one day out of the year, they completely take out tickets. You could speed, you could do anything. There's no laws on the road. You can do as you please. If you wanna drive 90 on the highway, you can drive 90. You could do as you please. Do you think people are still going to be driving as safe as they possibly can? Or do you think people are going to take advances and they're going to drive fast? Do you think people are going to be hitting 90 on the highway? Of course, there might be some people that are still driving responsibly, but majority are not going to drive responsibly. This is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has threatened us with the hellfire. It's so people are aware that if you make a mistake, if you make countless mistakes and you continuously make them, and you do not try to better yourself, because we know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, mistakes are normal. We're all human. We all make mistakes. But it's how we recover from those mistakes. It's how we come back from those mistakes. Do we come back trying to be a better person? وَتَمِنْ نَغْلَطْ مِنْ جَرِّبْ إِنْسِيرْ أَحْلَى أو من عيد هذه الغلطة. When we make a mistake, do we try getting better? Or do we just continuously repeat this mistake? If you're one of those people that repeats those mistakes and it's a huge mistake, you're going to be punished for it, my brothers and sisters. If you're one who tries to recover from this mistake and do better, you're going to be rewarded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala threatens us with the hellfire so people have a reason to be better. It's just like how we spoke about the other day. If you have not done anything bad, you should not be scared of the consequences of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The consequences. Why? You have not done anything bad. There's no reason for you to be scared of anything. There's no reason for you to be scared of the consequences. Oh, will Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala send me to hell? No, if you do the correct actions, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to send you to heaven. If you've done the wrong actions, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to send you to hell. Same thing, like we said, if you're, let's say a murder is committed and you're accused of it. There's no evidence against you, but you're just accused of it. There's no reason for you to be scared. No reason. You know you did not commit this murder, and if the case is done correctly, at the end of the day, you're going to be known as an innocent man. Same thing applies with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you have not committed any sins, if you have not committed any acts of transgression, there's no reason Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to punish you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is adil, He's fair. Whoever deserves to be treated in a good way will be treated in a good way. Whoever deserves to be treated in a bad way will be treated in a bad way. Whoever prays every day is not going to be treated like one who doesn't pray. Whoever fasts during the holy month of Ramadan is not going to be treated like one who does not fast. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is adil, He's fair, He's the most fair person you'll ever know. أفلح من صلى على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد
وعجل فرجهم. Is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala using this hellfire? Is it a cruel act? Why does He use this act? What is He trying to benefit from this act? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala using the fire, the hellfire, is not a cruel act. It's a motivator. For you, if you do not want to end up in the hellfire, there's a reason that you want to continuously do your act. Of course, it's to better yourself and get on a higher spiritual level. We know that. But also, it's so you don't end up in the hellfire. Today, if there's a child, 7, 8 years old, 9 years old, their parent بينوا يأمون خلينا نفترض عمرهم 7 8 سنين بينوا أمهم بيقولوا روحوا اعملوا هذه الشغلة ما بيعملوا هذه الشغلة مرات الأم أو البي بيقولوا لهم إذا بتعملوا هذه الشغلة بعطيك هذه الشغلة I'll give you this thing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling you, if you commit good acts, I'll give you paradise. If you commit bad acts, you're going to get punished. You're going to get a consequence. This happens so much today. Children that are 7, 8, 9 years old, they're still very young. Their parents tell them, go do this. They say, no, we don't want to do it. What does the parent do? The parent tries promoting this action. If you do this action, I'll give you this. If you do this action, I'll give you a piece of candy. If you do this, I'll give you this. If you, let's say, they don't want them to commit an action. There's a bad action they don't want to commit it. What does they say? If you commit this action, there's going to be a consequence to your action. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is doing the same thing here, my brothers and sisters. He's already worked the system out. You do good stuff, you'll get rewarded. You do what He asks of you, you'll get rewarded. And of course, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking is not very hard. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking you to live your life, live it as a respectful, live it as a humble being. الله سبحانه وتعالى ما عم يسأل كثير منا. عم بيقولنا خلينا نعيش حياتنا، كون عالم محترمين، كون عالم عنا أخلاق، كون عالم مواظبين على ديننا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not asking much. He's just asking us, in your life, be those who are respectful, be those who are humble, and be those who focus on their deen. And like we've been saying since the first day, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not asking us 24 hours ibadah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not asking us worship Him 24 hours. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not need us. Keep that in mind. If one wants to commit acts of transgression, it's not affecting Allah in any way, shape, or form. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has so much creations. So for that one person that's committing actions of transgression, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not affected one bit by him. Reality, the person committing these acts is the one affected, my brothers and sisters. It's even stated in Dua Abu Hamza al-Thumani by Imam Zain al-Abidin and stated. So really, when you're thinking of these actions, think who they're affecting. You might be thinking, oh, they're not affecting me in any way. They're not affecting me in any way, shape, or form. Before you know it, these actions might not be affecting you now, but in a month, 2 months, a week, 2 weeks later, you're going to see the effect of this action. And that effect likely will not be good. So just make sure when you're doing your actions, make sure you're doing them knowing that the effect is going to be good now and it's going to be good later. And let me bring up an example. Let's say salat, prayer. The minute you pray, right when you finish praying, you feel good, you feel pure, you feel like a good person. When you die and you're in the akhirah, you're getting judged. Is salat going to affect you in a good way or a bad way? Salat is going to affect you based on how you did it. If you did salat, it's going to affect you in a good way. You see what I mean? It's going to affect you now and it's going to affect you later. In a good way, if you committed the action. Let's say something that's going to affect you in a bad way. What is it? Committing any sins, committing anything that's going to affect you, even physically. Let's say smoking, for example. If somebody is smoking, it's going to affect them that minute that they are smoking, and it's going to affect them even later on. We spoke about how smoking affects you so much yesterday. We spoke about it affects your digestive system, it affects your taste buds, it gives you that bitter taste in your mouth. Even if you smoke one cigarette, you're going to become addicted. You're going to become addicted. This is going to affect you 5 days from now. This is going to affect you a month from now. This is going to affect you years from now. Of course, this will not have a lasting effect on you in the akhirah, my brothers and sisters. An effect that's going to hurt you. But prayer, these acts of worship, if you're committing these acts of worship, are going to affect you in the dunya, they're going to affect you in the akhirah. Acts of transgression, sinning, drinking alcohol, not praying, not reading Quran, not fasting when it's obligatory, not committing obligatory acts, these are going to affect you in the dunya and they're going to affect you in the akhirah. This is what I mean. Do the acts that affect you in the best way possible. Do the acts that affect you in both the dunya and the akhirah. Do the acts that you'll benefit from the most. Prayer, when you pray, you feel good the entire day until the next day and you recommit that act, you re-pray. And you still feel good the entire day, you pray again. Commit the actions that will make you feel good, and commit the actions knowing that when you tell somebody about it, they'll tell you, you're doing a good job. Not when you tell somebody about it, they tell you, what are you doing? Don't do acts like that. And if you're doing acts like that and you tell somebody about it, and they tell you, what are you doing with your life? That is when you know, my brothers and sisters, the action you're committing is a bad act. The action you're committing is an action you're not supposed to be committing. And we've been saying this. كل شيء بتسووا بحياتكم اسألوا حالكم في سلامة من دين. Is this going to affect my deen in a good way? Is it going to affect my deen in a bad way? I don't want to go too much into it, but if it's going to affect your deen in a good way, go through with that action. If it's not, forget that action. Forget it. Don't even think about it twice. Right away, decline this action. ما تفكر فيها مرتين. If it's going to affect you in a bad way. If it's going to affect you in a good way, same thing. Don't think about it twice. Commit this action right away, my brothers and sisters. And this is shown throughout history. Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam, let's say for example, when committing actions, did he only think about it now in the present time, or did he think about it in the future? Let's say when he became the Khalifa, and he took Muawiyah out of the government. Was Imam Ali only thinking about this time, or was he thinking about more in the future? How it's going to affect us in the future, if it's going to affect us in a good way, or if it's going to affect us in a bad way. When Amir al-Mu'mineen became the Khalifa, right away he took Muawiyah out of government. What did they tell him? Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, what are you doing? You don't know how to govern yet? What did they tell him? Keep Muawiyah, let him be the governor for the next 6 months. Then take him out of the government. Amir al-Mu'mineen was thinking about the present time and the future. Imam Hussein alayhi salam, when he was killed in the land of Karbala, what was he thinking about? He was thinking about the future. How this is going to affect the people amazingly in the future. Imam Hussein alayhi salam and the 72 companions that died with him, they weren't only thinking about the present time. They're thinking about 1,441 years from now, how Islam is here today because of them. How Islam is here due to the sacrifices that they made. Imam Hassan alayhi salam, وَتَعَمِ الصُّلْحِ مَعْ Muawiyah. When he made the treaty with Muawiyah, what was he thinking about? Was he only thinking about the present? No, he was also thinking about the future. He was thinking about, if I make this treaty, the Muslims be in better hand, because Muawiyah was willing to kill all the Shia at that time. And if all the Shia at that time died, Islam would not be here today like it. It would not be here in the form that we know it, at least. It would not be here in the form that we know it. Imam Hassan alayhi salam said, if I make a treaty with Muawiyah, what's going to happen? Islam is going to be here today in the form that he knows it. In the form that he knows is the right form. All the A'imma, except Imam Mahdi Ajullah Ta'ala Farj al-Sharif, sacrificed their lives, my brothers and sisters. Sacrificed their life for Islam. Just how every action we commit, we gotta think about it, how it's going to affect us in the present, how it's going to affect us in the future. The A'imma used to do it too. And when the A'imma used to do an action, you know it's the right action. When the Imams used to do an action, they used to ask, is this going to affect my deen in a good way, or is it going to affect my deen in a bad way? Amir al-Mu'mineen used to ask the Holy Prophet, when the Prophet told him something bad is going to happen to you, he always used to ask, Amir al-Mu'mineen, دائما كان يسأل رسول الله في سلامة من دين, is this going to affect my deen in a good way? All the A'imma used to ask this question. We have to start asking this question. The actions that we're committing, are they going to affect us in a good way or a bad way? Are they going to affect us now or later? When are they going to affect us? Think about this very hard, my brothers and sisters. And like we've been saying, when you're going to do an action, think about the fact that did Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib do this action? Did Imam Hassan al-Mushtafa do this action? Did the A'imma do this action? There's so much actions we're committing today that the A'imma did. And alhamdulillah, that's amazing. There's so much things that are being discovered today that Rasulullah Muhammad حكى عليها من 1441 سنة. The Holy Prophet already spoke about it from 1441 years ago, my brothers and sisters. You can learn so much just by looking into the hadith of the Holy Prophet. Just by looking into what's good and what's bad, what's halal, what's haram, you can learn so much about Islam, and you can learn so much things that are not even discovered today. Islam has already spoke about them 1441 years ago. That is when you know that Islam is on the right path. When they've already spoke about things 1441 years ago that are happening today. There's so much things Islam has spoke about 1441 years ago that are happening today. أفلح من صلى على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد
وعجل فرجه. تاني على حب أمير المؤمنين علي بن أبي طالب عليه السلام.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد
وعجل فرجه. ثالثة على حب إمام حسن المجتبى عليه السلام.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجه.
All of this that I just spoke about, none of this is going to come easy. None of these actions that we want to commit getting closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to be easy. Nobody said it was going to be easy, my brothers and sisters. If you really put your mind to it, it's not going to be hard. It's not going to be hard, it's not going to be easy. Like we've been saying, you have to have that commitment. You have to want it. Just like when you want to get into a good college, what do? Countless hours studying. Countless nights awake without sleep. If you want your deen and if you want paradise, if you want to be in paradise an infinite amount of time, you have to put in the time during the dunya. You have to spend as much time as you possibly can praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Nobody said it was going to be easy, but nobody also said it was hard. Just have that pure commitment that yes, this is what I want to do. Yes, this is the right thing that I want to do. And my brothers and sisters, before you take this commitment, for those that are thinking about becoming Muslim, for those that are new to Islam, really look into Islam before you become Muslim. Really look into it. Is this the best religion for me? Is this the most religion that makes sense to me? Is it the best religion for me? Always think, is this the best religion for me? Read some things online about Islam, how it is. If it's easy, if it's hard. Because if one person does not like putting in the time to get closer to their Lord, if one person does not like putting in the time to get stronger in their deen, get stronger in their iman, it's going to be very, very hard for them in Islam, my brothers and sisters. And like we've been saying, it does not mean that 24 hours you're praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That does not mean, that's not what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking us. But at minimum, an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, put to the side a day, praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And what I mean by this is praying, reading Quran, reading dua, 45 minutes a day, my brothers and sisters. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not asking much of us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us from nothing. And He's asking us for 45 minutes a day. 45 minutes. At minimum, that's what we should be giving Him. The prophets from 1441 years ago died. They were killed. Some were killed. Amir al-Mu'mineen was killed. Imam Hassan al-Mushtaba was killed. Imam Hussein alayhi salam was killed. All the Imam except Imam Mahdi Hajjullah Ta'ala Farj al-Sharif were killed. That should mean something for us. At minimum, put in at least the obligatory acts. The prayer altogether, the 5 prayers take 20-25 minutes. At minimum, put those actions. At minimum, pray. Do the obligatory acts to show that you appreciate the sacrifices that have been made for Islam. To appreciate the fact that you're a Muslim, that you were born a Muslim, and today, فيك تمشي بالشارع وتقول لا إله إلا الله, and nothing will happen to you. Back then, during the time of the Holy Prophet, وقت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم وأمير المؤمنين عليه السلام, if you used to say لا إله إلا الله, as a kid, تقول لا إله إلا الله, quite possibly you would be killed. You can get killed. They used to kill you, my brothers and sisters. Why do you think they hated Imam Hussein alayhi salam, Imam Hassan alayhi salam? They were fighting for the truth. They were fighting for what's right. They were fighting against the evil. What happened to them? They were killed. But did they? They died soldiers. They died warriors. They died people fighting for the truth, my brothers and sisters. When somebody does something for you, let's say they died. Let's say somebody contributed so much to your life. You're here today because what of the sacrifice that this person made. Now this person is dead, correct? Let's say, for example, this person is dead. What do you say? Everything that you do, I'm doing it for this person. I'm doing it for this person. This person, 7-8 years ago, this person died. I'm doing this action for him. He deserves it. I'm doing it in the name of X person. I'm doing it in the name of X person. He died 7-8 years ago for me, and I don't want to let him down. Do the same with the prophets. Do the same with the Imam. And they didn't only sacrifice their life, their entire family. Their entire family died in the name of Islam. al-Banin alayhi salam. How much of her children died in the battle of Karbala? How much of them? Countless died, my brothers and sisters, so Islam could be here today. Don't let these sacrifices go to waste. Don't let the things that were done 1,400 years ago, so Islam could be here today, go to waste. And like we've been saying, my brothers and sisters, in this holy month, get as close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as you possibly can. قربوا من الله سبحانه وتعالى قد ما فيكم. Pray as much as you possibly can. Read Quran as much as you possibly can. Read dua as much as you possibly can. بلشوا تواظبوا على صلاة الفجر, my brothers and sisters. I can't stress enough how important صلاة الفجر is. If now, when we have as much time as we possibly want, ما لازم نفيق بكير, ما لازم نفيق على شغلنا, ما لازم نفيق على المدارس, وفي منا السلام عم نصلي صلاة الفجر. Try getting used to صلاة الفجر. بلشوا تواظبوا على صلاة الفجر. as ما بتبلشوا تواظبوا على صلاة الفجر هلا, ما عتواظبوا وقت عندكم شغل, ما عتواظبوا وقت عندكم مدارس. هذه الوقت فرصة من الله سبحانه وتعالى. خلينا نواظب على الإسلام, خلينا نواظب على ديننا. Right now today people are looking, saying الحمد لله نحن قاعدين بالبيت, كل جمعة كل جمعتين $700 $800. الحمد لله عم نيجي لنا مصاري. قولوا الحمد لله جالكم فرصة تواظبوا على دينكم. Say الحمد لله, my brothers and sisters, that now we have a chance to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Of course, الحمد لله, we're getting money, الحمد لله. But this money, هيدا المصاري ما لها معنى إذا ما عندكم دين. This money has no meaning if there's no deen behind it. Because at the end of the day, this money is not going to benefit you in any way, shape, or form. If you're rich, you're going to the grave, you're taking nothing with you. If you're poor, you're going to the grave, you're taking nothing with you. The only thing that matters is your أعمال. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ما يسألك قديش مصاري كان عندك بالدنيا. The only thing that matters is your أعمال. So of course ما نقول الحمد لله على المصاري, بس أهم شيء الدين. واظبوا على الدين. Especially in this quarantine, my brothers and sisters. We're not saying don't say alhamdulillah for the money. We're not saying don't accept the money. Of course, as we know in this time, a lot of people are in need. A lot of people need this money. A lot of people, this money is what's putting food on their table. This money is what's keeping them alive every single day. But use this chance as a chance to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Use this chance as a chance to learn your deen more. Use this quarantine that we've been in for 2 months almost as a chance to learn your deen more. You and your sisters, you and your brothers learn your deen more and get closer with your family, not only with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. آخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. My brothers and sisters, like we've been saying, in this holy month, get as close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as you possibly can. I know Laylat al-Adr passed from 2 days ago, but I hope that we all use that as wisely as we possibly can. بعد في 5 أيام في هذه الشهر العظيم. Try praying, reading Quran and reading dua as much as you possibly can. نقرأ آية الكريمة 10 مرات. أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعا ويكشف السوء. 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 يا الله 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 يا الله. نسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يبعد عنا هذا البلاء، يبعد عنا هذا الوباء. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to cure us of this virus, like we've been saying, my brothers and sisters. This could quite possibly be a test from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and just like every test, we want to pass this test. And like we've been saying, وَتَعَمْ بِالتِّدْعَى لَكِّلَ الْعَالَمِ. All of the creations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is who we pray for, my brothers and sisters. Inshallah, we'll all get through this virus, through this time of need, together, as one. The Holy Prophet, when he used to pray for somebody, he used to pray for everybody. And of course, my brothers and sisters, there's a lot of people asking me to pray for them. Just know, my brothers and sisters, everybody is in my dua, like we've been saying. Not this person, not only this person, not only friends, not only family. Everybody is in our dua. نتوجه إلى القبلة نقرأ دعاء الحجة. اللهم كن لوليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. وصلى الله على محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Like we've been saying, my brothers and sisters, in this holy month, maximize the benefit. Pray as much as you possibly can. Read as much dua as you possibly can. Read as much Quran as you possibly can. Like we know, tonight is the 25th of the holy month of Ramadan. There's still 5 more days, only 5 more days, and then we gotta wait till next year. We gotta wait a whole nother year for the holy month of Ramadan. Make the most out of these last 5 days. Build this relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Build this everlasting relationship that is going to last even outside the holy month of Ramadan. آخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. رحم الله من قرأ سورة الفاتحة مسبوقة بالصلاة على محمد وآل محمد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.